3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Emirates Stadium, and for the first time this Ultimate League season, primetime football arrives in the red side of North London. We were here plenty of times last year, but tonight the stakes are crystal clear. One massive question hangs over this matchup as we approach match week 20. Who deserves the first round bye? Arsenal or Real Madrid? Last season produced one of the darkest nights in Arsenal's campaign when Los Blancos dismantled the Gunners right here, 7-0. A humiliation that still echoes around this stadium. Needless to say, Arsenal want absolutely nothing like a repeat tonight. And in fact, they may have already had their embarrassing defeat out of the way. Bayern Munich torched them 4-0 at the Allianz Arena last week. A painful result that Mikel Arteta will be desperate to respond to here at home. Real Madrid, meanwhile, arrive full of confidence. They brush aside a struggling RB Leipzig 3-0, powered by a sensational hat-trick from none other than Kylian Mbappé. And that brings us neatly to tonight's other enormous storyline. Two of the league's top 3 scorers go head-to-head. Mbappé versus that man right there, Viktor Gyökeres. The French superstar leads with 23 goals, with the Swedish striker just sitting behind on 21. Mbappé also edges the assist column 10-7, but Gyökeres claws some ground back in the man-of-the-match standings, 6 apiece between them. Squad depth has been a concern for Arsenal recently, but the starting 11 remains strong and unchanged. Arteta 6 with his trusted lineup as the Gunners look for a huge response from last week here tonight. For Real Madrid, Trent Alexander-Arnold finally makes his prime-time start for Los Blancos. Federico Valverde continues his excellent form in midfield. Jude Bellingham shifts over to the left. And up front, the terrifying Joe Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappé lead the attack. Alvaro Perez gets the nod at left back ahead of Ferland Mendy. 4th versus 5th, North London versus Madrid. And the race for that first round bye heating up. Arsenal in red and white, Real Madrid in royal blue. The running is in full flow. Game on the Emirates. And we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Making Real Madrid starting things off. Vinicius and Mbappé tears away the defenders. It's going to be quite the battle to see Arsenal's defence hold up against this prolific Real Madrid attack. Gyökeres going over towards left back right now. What the heck is going on there? This one, Arteta ball can't get any worse. There is Odegaard. Madrid defending their final third desperately already. Odegaard towards Bukayo Saka. Is Julian Timber. Back towards Saka, Gyökeres. His first touch of the box. Finds Trossard. This is now Rice. They're edging ever so closer. And Trent Alexander-Arnold will clear things up. Here's Arda now Mbappé. Real Madrid looking ahead on the counter here. Here's Arda looking for his pace, and they will find him. Vinny Jr. Valverde into Mbappé. Takes it right past Saliba. And look for Valverde again there. Oh, Gula actually. Keep getting Valverde's not number 15 anymore. Gula. Oh, Alexander will help on towards Valverde. Against Gabriel. Sticking feet everywhere they go, Arsenal. And Rice with a crucial interception to stop Mbappé there. Rice. Gyökeres back to Odegaard. It finds Trossard. Free shot for Arsenal. Can Trossard find the shot? Yes, he can, but Courtois is equal to it. First big chance of the game. In a real tight opening 10 minutes. Odegaard's trying to set it back for Zubimendi. We'll win it back, though. Back and forth we go between these two teams in terms of possession. They will not stop winning it off each other. Gyökeres. Odegaard, Valverde, interception. Unbelievable defending from both sides. Here's Rudiger. Now Huijsen. Taking to life in his first Ultimate League season very well. Now Vinicius Jr. Alexander-Arnold's got plenty of royal blue shirts to aim for. One of them is Valverde at the edge of the box. Here's Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold again. And Gula will rob off Mbappé and Rice again, having to dip back into the box to stop Mbappé. Bellingham on his natural central role. Mbappé with his first shot of the match, easily blocked by Saliba. I can see this being the Ultimate League final, honestly. Timber. Saka. Looking for Odegaard. Huijsen. Someone's got to break the deadlock here. Here's Gyökeres looking for Saka. Huijsen takes it away from him. Mr. Rice. Arsenal enjoying a nice spell here. Saka over the top. Gyökeres onto it, but Rudiger hooks it clear. Rice. Trossard up against Alexander-Arnold. They go for Rice in the box. We know what he could do against Real Madrid last year in real life. 3-0 win there. On a magical Champions League night. Madrid got the revenge in the Ultimate League, I think, a few weeks later. It was towards the end of the season, I think. Matchweek 24, I think. Definitely wasn't in the running. Mbappé. Not good as we most got there. Valverde. Against Mbappé, who is struggling to deal with all this pressure. And Gabriel helps out. There come Arsenal. Zubimendi. Saka. Gyökeres. Offside. Didn't really expect Madrid to have such a high defensive line there. They pull it off by half a boot. Those are the margins. They keep a team from being good to great. There's Vinicius. Tchouaméni. Now Vinny. Mbappé. Throw on goal. Oh, what? That is the definition of lethal. 24 goals, level with Erling Haaland. And it's that man again who opened the scoring for Real Madrid. I think Timber just gets caught out here. Keeps him on side. Gabriel none the wiser. And what about that for a finish? David Raya unable to keep it out. Beautiful goal. 1-0. Real Madrid's number 10. There's Odegaard. Also looking to respond immediately. Half an hour gone. Deadlock finally broken. And Real Madrid will launch themselves into second on goal difference. Gyökeres. Odegaard. Moving away, and here come Real Madrid once more. Arda Güler. We have him keep possession here. I think I'm not seeing much of him on the ball. Mbappé. Here is Bellingham. Gyökeres helping out the attack. A little bit of space for Jude. Look at this. 4-ball from Real Madrid. It's magnificent. And Mbappé could be in again. Oh, it deserves to be a second goal for Madrid there. Excellent stop by Ryan to keep it out. Fuera for los blancos. Ahora con la fixture on Huijsen. No blue shirt able to help on. To latch onto it. Gyökeres. Here is Rice. Odegaard, Alexander-Arnold, tremendous defending. Vinicius, Mbappé, through on goal here. It is Mbappé, they let him shoot, and that's on the post, but the rebound falls right back to the Frenchman. And there is your new Golden Boot race leader. Arsenal can't believe their luck. But I mean, if you let this guy shoot, you're obviously going to get punished. Gabriel too slow to react. Speaking of reactions, what about that from Mbappé? Incredible reflexes as soon as he knew the ball was hitting the post. 2-0. And it is getting very, very dire for Arsenal. Timber. Here's Saka. Now Odegaard. One ball forward for Gyökeres. He will take this down though. Gyökeres will shoot. Not the greatest decision. And easily cleared by Huijsen. Saka. Looking for Gyökeres again, but Huijsen. That could have been a high boot there. That is givable in SC. It's not like back pass. Apparently the rule doesn't exist. Tchouaméni. Vinicius, will he keep this? It comes off in last. It will be an Arsenal throw-in, thankfully, for the Gunners. Oh, what in the world was that throw from Timber there? Just playing himself into trouble. That's 1-2 between Gyökeres and Saka. He goes to Trossard. He's got a bit more narrower. Wide towards Timber. Good touch. In comes the cross. Away by Huijsen. Now Rice shoots it from Valverde. Back to Rice. Here's Gyökeres. Back to Rice. He'll shoot. And it's the closest that Arsenal have come in a while. Courtois yet to be truly tested, says the Trossard shot. Bellingham. Huijsen, Saka, and he's just getting played off the park. That's a Bellingham. The space is so far open for Real Madrid. Here's Vinicius. Towards Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Jude's still not offside. Vinicius carries out of the block for some reason. Arda Güler. He can maybe shoot here. The Blues are raining down in the Emirates right now. Arda Güler. Could be the ice on the cake if they get it. And finally, well, they've wasted the entire minute of injury time. I didn't even acknowledge that. Arsenal fans not happy with the side that they've come to love over the course of the season. They're down 2-0 here thanks to a Kylian Mbappé double. 25 goals in 20 ultimately games for the Frenchman, and he looks to claim a 4th Golden Boot. Arsenal haven't really played badly. It's mainly just Roman should have been way more clinical and way more effective. Odegaard with an 8.4. He's having a smashing game. But then again, you can't really picture a standout. Mbappe's still on a 7.9 with only 2. I'm not quite sure how Vinny's got that assist, considering he hit the post. All right. But anyway, Valverde will get a man of the match award as it stands. How was Trent the worst? I was actually impressed with him. Yeah. XG doesn't really tell a different story. Second half on the way. Can Arsenal launch a remontada? Maybe not with a tactic like this. You don't want to give an easy to beat press against Real Madrid. Straight from kickoff as well. Here we go. Bad Oyson and then Gyökeres, and suddenly they're in the next phase. When it goes to Bellingham. I think Arteta may need to change this tactically wise because it's not really working in this congested midfield. Real Madrid players just allowed to wander. Alexander gets caught in possession here, actually, up pitch, and Trossard's heavy touch is easy for Rudiger to keep the ball back with Madrid. Agule. Valverde with a shot. Goodness me, this man is actually a loco. I don't know what made him decide to shoot from there. It was a power shot as well. Yeah, it's a bit cuckoo. Rudiger takes away from Rice, losing it in the North London sky. And Mbappé just a smidge offside. Can also do it. Mbappé. Back towards Rice. The blue sharks closing in. Odegaard. Looking for Timber now into the attack. Back it goes to Trossard. That's the best chance Arsenal have had for quite a while. Either side of Courtois, that could be 2-1. Momentum now all with the Gunners, all of a sudden. The player that loves a primetime goal, Leandro Trossard. What can Rice do with the corner? We'll take it short to Zubimendi, who will whip one in for Saliba to flick on. And it looked for Gyökeres, but cleared by Gyökeres. Just can't do anything with the ball. Further forward is Rice. Odegaard back to Timber for no reason. Zubimendi over the top for Trossard. He'll look for a header. And it will force Courtois to move this time. But still. And hang on a minute. Here come Arsenal again. Odegaard, look for Saka. Carreras gets his foot in the way. A flurry of chances there for Arsenal. Set aside, growing into the game. Here's Mbappé. That's Trossard. Here's Gyökeres. Free space here. Back to Odegaard. Saka's inside. Saka on. How has he not scored that? Maybe Courtois is an alien. Maybe. It's just straight at him. It's just straight at him. He's got to put that more to the left-hand side. Another missed opportunity for Arsenal. They won't get many opportunities like that. Saka. Another short corner. And it goes. I think it's offside anyway. Yep. Which, hang on a minute. Oh, Mbappe's off the pitch. That might be why. Or maybe it's because he's behind Courtois. That rule does still confuse me. Even in 20 bloody... No. Nearly 20 years as a football fan. Mbappé. What in the hell was that? But him draws a cinematic save out of David Raya. I don't know what he was thinking. He's going to get his 26th of the season. Mbappé. Here's Rumeni now. Greengrass ahead of him. Looking for Trossard. That's found Gyökeres. And Gyökeres could be in for Arsenal. It's deflected off Hoyson. That was crucial. Took all the sting out of the shot. Rumeni. Drifted wide for Alexander Arnold. This is back to Valverde on the right-hand side. Into Goulet now. Looking for Mbappé. Gets away from Gabriel and Vinicius. Almost had a tap-in. Very nearly 3 and game, set, match. Almost looking to spur on the home team. Working the ball well there, Arsenal. Trossard. Looking for Rice further forward, but it's a hit and hope that cross, isn't it? Players warming up for Real Madrid. Here's Mbappé. Gabriel switching off there. Here towards Goulet. Goes in the box. Goulet. Via the deflection off Nketiah. Almost at a third. That'll be his last action. On comes Camavinga, who scored with Real Madrid's only primetime goal against Atletico Madrid last time out. That they were commentated by me. Nketiah. It's a shaky clearance by Arsenal, but it is one that we'll have to do. Mbappé, looking to turn and shoot. We'll go outside the box, teasing the defenders. Into Gyökeres. Every minute of Real Madrid possession just leads some heavier and heavier boos from the Hale end. Look at this. Bellingham's even trying Rabonas out there. Disrespectful as anything. Oh, my word. Vinicius. Mbappé. Batter Bellingham. Oh, what a move that would have been. Wide of the mark. And it's literally looking like child's play. Looks like Danny Carvalho will be on the left-hand side of the formation. Trossard. Here is Gyökeres. 20 minutes to go. And Real Madrid look very, very comfortable right now. Arsenal looking flat again. This could be their second straight game without a goal. Great block by Timber. A 2% win probability for Arsenal. 90% in favour of Real Madrid. And 8% the Gunners can come back and claim a point. Vinicius. Tchouaméni. Mbappé. And Camavinga's in. He pokes it past Roya. That's it. He's only been on the pitch a couple of minutes. But his first time advancing forward, Arsenal do not know where the earth he is. And guess they're just ahead of the Spain goalkeeper. To all but seal the points. Another away victory at prime time. Real Madrid 3-0 up. Absolutely magnificent. Comes off Bellingham. We've got the assist there, I think. Was it Vinicius? I'm going to put him as a placeholder. Odegaard, now towards Trossard. That's a Timber. This is back towards Odegaard. Wait, why did I say Trossard in the first place? Rice! Flicked up for Trossard. There he is. And he has been Arsenal's best player going forward. Rice, great determination. Rudiger shows him levels with that clearance. Alexander-Arnold keeps it in play. That's magnificent. Camavinga. Here is Alexander-Arnold. More subs for Real Madrid. Valverde. Pick your poison. What a ball. Valverde for 4. David Ryan to the rescue. Mbappe's coming off here. On for Gonzalo Garcia. Who, dare I say, his face card's looking very, very realistic. And the frosted tips and everything. Camavinga. Headed clear by Gabriel. Right, oh my God! What happened there? It's been a nightmare from back to front for Arsenal at the minute. So Real Madrid in the first round bye driver's seat. The last time they had one of these, they reached the final. For a better result that time, though. Odegaard. Delicious crossfield ball for Saka. Carvalho giving chase. Zumendi, no. Straight into blue trouble. Straight into blue water. Bellingham. Coming in now back to Gonzalo. He'll look for an assist here for Valverde. Great touch and an even better shot. Right, we'll push it away from a corner. Double change for Arsenal. Odegaard and Trossard off. Emirates Eze and Gabi Jesus. Well, if Arsenal need a goal on prime time, they know who to call. Kamavinga. Oh, lovely work. Rudiger! That would have been his first of the year. David Raya with a magnificent save to prevent it. And we go again. The way the Kamavinga sliced through that defence then was unbelievable. Here comes Bellingham. Away from Saka again. Chip to the back post, and I mean, there's no chance that Gonzalo's going to get that. He's not Peter Crouch. Let's be real here. And they're really going to give it for offside and not just a goal kick. I mean, I don't know what the camera's on in for. It was Bellingham that made the ball-ending decision. Two matches played for Arsenal, 7 goals conceded, and 0 scored. Shades of the 7-0 that Real Madrid gave them last year. A good chinks it here. Rice. Here's Jesus on the left here, back towards Declan Rice. Into Gyökeres. Saka the spare man! Courtois is actually unbeatable. What a stop. This one much better from Bukayo. Doesn't have that outside edge to it. But still, most keepers struggle with that one. Rice. Saliba! Oh my word! How was that stayed out? Goodness me, what a keeper. Unreal, and we go again. This time for the opposite side of the pitch. Saka whips one more. Shumini will get his head on it. Saliba. Mbappé into Gyökeres. Looking for Eze. Nice turn. Gyökeres. Still Gyökeres. Still Gyökeres. They're hammering on the door for at least one Arsenal. They're trying to prove me wrong earlier. But again, Courtois is saying no. He wants that clean sheet. And he'll very much get it if they keep hanging on like this. Emirates is clearing out. Rudy will get there ahead of Saliba. Saka. Eze, heavy touch. And Rudiger will get another important defensive contribution. 5 minutes of stoppage time, but I don't think it'll matter. I'm just happy to recycle now. Have to run the clock down. Saka. It's not like Arsenal are going to get anywhere near a final third. There we go. Saka. Timber. And yeah, the booze way down as they once again go backwards all the way into their own third. And it's suddenly paid off back for Real Madrid. Going towards Rice. Last chance here for Arsenal. Gyökeres. Eze piling forward. Lovely ball by Saka towards Jesus. Stays onside. Whips it. Courtois will claim, and that's it. My goodness, what a performance. Real Madrid, they replicate the 3-0 from last week against Leipzig at the Bernabeu. Mbappé with another 2. 5 in his last 2 games. He proved who was the superior forward tonight. 2 excellent finishes, maybe 1 for the rebound. And then Camavinga prods home a third in the second half to all but seal it. Final score, Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 3. A complete reversal of what happened in the Champions League here. A very clean game of football, though. Tackles are plenty. I want to see actually how many there were. Look at that. What does that say? 37? If my math's correct? Yes. Yes. No, wait, no, sorry, 36. I'm an idiot. I knew that was wrong. 2.4 to 4.9 XG. Look at that ball recovery time. So that Real Madrid had more recovery time. I don't know how that works. But nevertheless, the job was done in the first half. It was Mbappé, of course it was. And he will get another Man of the Match award. That puts him on 7. I think, does that also put him on top of the Man of the Match awards charts? I don't think anyone else has got 7 yet. Hang on. Let's have a look. See, we'll also show you, because it's the last match of Monday, we'll also show you the league table. And no, he's tied with Oyan Sanset for 7 each. Okay, so we'll save that. We'll get right back into it. So City lead the Ultimate League by 1 point, 42 to 41. Madrid ahead of Liverpool and Barcelona on goal difference. Liverpool ahead of Barcelona on goals scored. Arsenal sit back in 5th. PSG PSG lead a 3-horse race. Oh no, 4-horse race actually, of Spurs, Bayern, Sporting Lisbon, and Atletico Madrid. Inter Milan 1 point behind them. Then 1 point behind them is Bilbao. Lyon and Villarreal keep on to their playoff spots for another week. But the gap is very, very tight now, considering both teams did not do well in this week. Napoli managed to beat Villarreal, and then Napoli managed to beat Lyon. Sorry, and Villarreal, they got trounced by Liverpool. Sociedad managed to keep the gap open with a win over Leverkusen. And did Betis win? I believe they did. Yes, they did, over Borussia Dortmund. That puts them at a level pegging as well. 36 goals, 36 conceded, 0 goal difference, and 16th. There's your boring team. There's your Stoke. But climbing up the table as well is Aston Villa. They are 1 point behind Galatasaray. They are actually ahead of Benfica, who looked to be a contender once. Chelsea also dropped to 20th after losing to Bayern in the last second. Lazio and Dortmund par behind them, and then it's Fenerbahce. Manchester United still in that sort of mid-table contention, but that should have been more. They should be at least 21st by taking care of Atalanta, but no, they lose to them at home 4 goals to 3. Unreal. That was their first ever away win of the season. It is their second in total. And, well, Juventus have slipped within reach of the drop zone, actually, within 4 points. Then it's Roma, who are below them on goals scored. Napoli out of the relegation zone in 27th. What a run this has been for them, by the way. That is their 3rd straight victory. They had Atalanta, then Milan, and then Lyon, of course. Then Newcastle are behind them on goal difference. AC Milan trod behind them on even further behind. 60 goals conceded, by the way. Shipping another 5 to Aston Villa today. Sorry. And then it's 2 clubs in the relegation zone, both on 15. 1 head on goal difference. It's Leverkusen and then RB Leipzig, followed by 4 points to clear that and 6 points adrift for safety. Atalanta. How on earth are AC Milan there? I will never know. But that will do it for the table. In terms of goal score, we've also got Mbappé there, 25, Haaland 24, Gyökeres and Thuram now stuck on 21. Watkins has somehow managed to go on a crazy run and has actually leveled himself with Oyan Sanset, 20 for them each. What a milestone for them. Suarez bagged another one against Leipzig. He's now on 19. Martinez on 18. Gerassi, Schick, they are your top 10. You got Gurudzeta, Ekatike, Dembele, Osimhen, Sorloth, João Pedro, Pavlidis, Lamine Yamal, Mo Salah. 20 players all on 15 goals. This league is absolutely crazy. And in terms of assists, Nico Williams still reigns. 16 for him, 13 for Salah, 12 for Haaland and Gurudzeta. And then 11 for the Inter boys. Çalhanoğlu, Martinez, Barella, and then Mbappe gets his 11th of the season. And then, yeah, a lot of players on 10 as well. I'm not going to read all that out because we need to hurry up. And if we go to player of the matches, only 2 are on 7. Suarez and Mbappe. Gyökeres on 6. Kimmich, Locatelli, Ousmane Dembele. They are your top 6 there. And that is going to do it. In terms of who they have next, Real Madrid host Chelsea at the Bernabeu. Meanwhile, Arsenal face, I believe it is Sporting Lisbon. That is in the Estadio Alvalade. So that is going to be quite the matchup. I probably should have saved it for this one, but I had to get the Emirates in there somewhere. And that'll do it as we say so long from North London. Good night, everybody.